Just as I hit record, I'm seeing Tom Hanks gets diagnosed with the coronavirus. Woody from Toy Story got the coronavirus. What is happening? How does it affect the NHL? We're going to talk about that next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sin Bin. Reach for the stars because we are going through history. We are living through a contagion, a pandemic, an epidemic, whatever the word is. I don't really care because I am talking about the coronavirus. Now, I made a video a couple of weeks ago, sort of speculating how this could affect the NHL. It started off, teams were issuing warnings. Stay away from large crowds. If you have any sore throats or any fucking diarrhea, I get that all the time, but stay away from large crowds. Then they said, we're no longer going to allow crowds in arenas. We're going to have games without any fans. And now the NHL released an official statement, and they're saying the season is temporarily on hold. I am bummed out because I'm going to say I'm a Canadiens fan, so my season was down the toilet anyway. But I feel like this year there were so many memorable moments, we won't see any more of them. For example, the Svechnikov goal. When he pulled that lacrosse goal, everyone went crazy. The whole Battle of Alberta, we're not going to see that anymore. They could have been in the playoffs. We're not going to see it anymore. And also, my favorite, Pierre Maguire eating a long hot dog. All of those great moments are lost in times like teardrops in the rain. Now, this whole coronavirus thing, insert beer joke here, it's all going crazy. I'm going through Facebook, I'm going through YouTube. People are going through absurd measures to make sure they're not going to get this virus. I mean, just look at this gentleman, what he's doing. What
extreme measures.
Two garbage
he's
bags.
wearing garbage bags?
My
He has
shoes are
garbage
kind
bags
of
on
loose.
his feet?
Two sacks.
He's wearing a nice
No
coat?
sack.
Leaders with the show
That's not going to protect you against coronavirus, but that's not important because this is a hockey network. This is a hockey podcast. I'm going to talk about how it affects hockey. So I'm going to put up this statement here by Gary Bettman, and he says, in light of ongoing I'm going to stop doing the voice. That's slightly annoying. In light of ongoing developments resulting from the coronavirus, and after consulting with medical expert and conversing a conference call on the Board of Governors, the National Hockey League is announcing today that it will pause the 2019-2020 season beginning with tonight's game. That's a shame. I was really looking forward to Montreal Buffalo. That's sarcasm. But I will say, though, back to serious things, it's not like he's saying it's done for the year. At least I don't think he's saying that. I think this is more of a temporary thing. And say tomorrow they find a cure, which, by the way, they don't. When it comes to this type of things, it's usually a matter of months and months and months, maybe years. But I don't know if this is the whole season is done or if it's just a temporary thing. So they're putting a pause on the 2019-2020 season indefinitely, if I'm reading it correctly. The NHL has been attempting to follow the mandates of health expert and local authorities while preparing for any possible developments without taking premature or unnecessary measures. However, following last night's news that an NBA player has tested positive for coronavirus, and given that our leagues share so many facilities and locker room, it now seems likely that some member of the NHL community would test positive at some point. It is no longer appropriate to try to continue and play games at this time. I gotta say, as disappointed as I am, did they have a choice? Did they have a choice, really? That basketball player, Robert Gould or whatever he's called, he got the coronavirus. Like a fucking idiot, he went and touched every single microphone. Now, the next player who's going in his interview, he gets coronavirus. And the next one gets coronavirus, and the next one gets corona. And let me say something about the coronavirus. What makes it so dangerous is that you have it, it's intubating inside of you, and you don't have any symptoms. You basically have it, but you don't know you have it. So you're kissing people, you're touching people, you're breathing on people, you're infecting them, who in their turn are infecting them, and we're infecting everyone before we can get quarantined. It really sucks. So this is good news on the NHL because what? You're waiting for a player to get infected? No. Stop while you're ahead. Cut the season. We don't want Mika Zibanejad to get infected, the type of season he's having. We don't want Sidney Crosby to get infected. We don't want Connor McDavid to get infected. We don't want Brad Marchand. Okay, actually, he can get infected. I don't really care. I'm joking, okay, before everyone goes crazy. The thing about coronavirus, when it comes to high performing athletes, when it comes to younger people like myself, contrary to popular belief, I am not 32, I'm still in my 20s. It seems like the virus isn't really deadly. It seems like even the flu virus might be deadlier. The flu, the common flu. The thing is, with younger people and down to newborns seem to get the coronavirus and they just shit it out the next day in their Gerbers. It's nothing for them. For the older population, and that's why I mentioned Tom Hanks, I'm sort of a little bit worried for Mr. Hanks because he's of the older variety. If memory serves me right, he's above 60. So it kind of sucks for him. But with that being said, even if the mortality isn't as high in younger people, don't take a chance. This is good on the NHL. So that statement I read, that was the NHL statement. Let's look at the NHLPA statement. And they said regarding the temporary postponement. So again, I will reiterate, it's only temporary. The decision to temporarily suspend play due to the COVID-19 pandemic is an appropriate course of action at this time. The NHLPA will continue to closely monitor this very dynamic situation and remain in daily discussions with the league, our medical consultants, and our players regarding all aspects of this matter. The players are looking forward to the opportunity to resume play in front of hockey fans everywhere. So that's the situation. Now let's talk about what's going to happen after play resumes, or if play resumes, because there's two possibilities. I'm going to give you the first possibility, and this is the possibility that I hope it doesn't happen, and that is they shut down the season, no one wins the Stanley Cup, whatever position you're at right now, that's where you're going to draft. No Stanley Cup. I don't want to see that. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to see that. What I prefer they do, and that's my second option, is that this is just a delay. Whatever games that are left, they're going to do it in a month or in 2 months or whatever it's at. They're going to wait till this whole thing blows over. And once maybe the mortality rate is down, once the infected rate is down, that's when they can resume play. And say you had played 68 games, you're going to start at 68. And you're going to go move forward to that. Because one thing I heard is that they just jumped to the playoffs. They skipped the remaining games and they just jumped to the playoffs. I don't think that's really fair. Because if you look at the Western Conference, Vancouver, if the season were to end right now, they have 78 points tied with Nashville, but they're in the third wild card spot. Minnesota, they're only 77 points. Is it fair for those types of teams? I don't think so. So what I would like to see, and we're going to be reporting on this all day, okay, I'm going to put out a live stream. We're going to see this news as it develops. What I really want to see them do is put it on hold in a month or 2 months or 3 months once this whole thing, hopefully, I don't think you will ever get rid of it in the foreseeable future, but at least once the infected rate gets down, that's when we can resume games, okay? Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys sad Woody has a coronavirus? Are you guys sad that the NHL season is over? Did you guys like this video, or did this video make you sad? It could have. Let me know in the comments below. And as usual, my name is Matt. Subscribe to the Sin Bin. Keep your stick on the ice.